So I had a meeting with an accountant, day 4 of this financial awareness thing, and I'm sitting out by the water in Vancouver now, actually. It's really pretty out, really sunshiny, and I'll be honest with you, like, I had to go take a walk after I had that appointment, not because it was bad news or anything. I just the more I get into this, the more I realize like how much I really haven't wanted to be clear. And so it's putting me face to face with a lot of my stuff, a lot of my choices for unawareness, and it's making me need my bars run more. Like my power band is pulsing right now. And I was walking here to sit in the sun because I really got that my body required the earth and everything that is. So how does it get more beautiful than this? And also realizing as I was walking that I really wasn't wondering about a lot of things. Like I was still really getting into the heaviness of it for me, and feeling like I had to plow through this pile of questions to ask around my books and ways to create systems that work for me, and it was just feeling not very fun. And as I was looking at making you a video, I'm like, thank you guys for being here because you're keeping me creating the possibilities. I was like, well, if I were talking to somebody else, if I were making a video for you, what would I be aware of? What would I add to this? And so the one question I really hadn't asked up to that point was like, what else is possible here that I haven't considered? Like, what would it take for this process that is a process, that isn't a one-day event, to be fun, to be a discovery of what I'd like to know about with my business numbers? Because that was something that came up this morning in my meeting with Stephanie and Melanie. Sorry, my brain is fried. That was that subject of like, okay, so I've got this bookkeeping system that I'm going to create, but why? Like, what information do I want it to give me? And what am I going to do with that information? And why would I want that information? And all of those questions. And I hadn't really asked those questions before. I kind of had this fixed point of view that you just do your books and that's it. But it was through our conversation this morning that I'm like, well, yeah, and you create them in a way that actually works for you, like where your bookkeeping and your numbers can give you information that can assist you in asking different questions. And so that was an incredibly helpful conversation. And so that would be something I would give to you of like, if you're avoiding getting clear on the information, what information can you give yourself about the information that would give you clarity and freedom to choose the information? Like, why do we keep books? Is it just to give the government money, or is it something else? Like, is there a potency with that information that we're refusing, that if we would choose to have it, would inform what we could choose next? Like, if I know, for example, that I'm not making any money when I go to classes around the world, what could I create an institute that would change that? Or do I want to change that? Or is it okay with me that I'm not making money? But at least with that information, I can ask more questions. So I'm day 4 on the rock, wondering about what's next, and what I can ask that would create a different space for me to create this from. And we'll see what shows up.